I need a sound check. I walked out of the house without my mics. If the sound isn't good, I'll go home and we'll reshoot this tomorrow. But I walked out of the house without my microphones. Can you guys still hear me? I need a sound check. Hope everybody's good. Well, what's up? Sounds okay, Dennis? Extreme window tint. Good to see you guys. Alright, I'll try to stay close to the phone so you guys can hear me. There's a lot of ambient noise here, so that's why I always use my microphones. But if I can go without it, we can go without it. Let me see what it sounds like on my end. I don't know. I don't think it's that good, so we'll do our best. If it's really bad, I'll reshoot it. We'll do it tomorrow. What's up, Don Scott? What's up, Dennis? Extreme window tinting. How are you? Yeah, I brought my mics. Normally it's 3 pieces. Normally one of them is the receiver. I took 3 mics with me and I left the receiver at home. I can't believe I did that. It was completely fucking spacey. When there's not that much ambient noise, I think the microphone will be okay. Hope everybody's good. Alright, so what is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve. You're watching ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy Voromotors Podcast. What number is this? 113 or something like that? We're up there. Sounds okay? Okay, I'm glad you got it. As long as the sound is good on your end. When I listen to it on my iPad, it kind of sucks. Hope everybody's good. Voromotors Podcast. I think this is number 110. What number is this? 112. Unbelievable. 112 podcasts twice a week. Hope everybody's good. Sponsored podcast, which means I get a little bit of a kickback from Voromotors for doing these twice a week. Usually every Thursday and Sunday. I often miss a day, but today actually is Sunday, so we're here. Hope everybody's good. If you're looking for an electric bike or an electric scooter, no better place to buy it than Voromotors. They're fully stocked up on e-bikes and scooters. Let me quickly go over the line of vehicles that they carry, and then we'll do what we do during the podcast, which is just bullshit and talk about whatever we feel like talking about. Voromotors carries the InMotion line. I love my InMotion RS, my giant hyper scooter. They also have the InMotion Jet, the smaller version. I like that a lot. I had that. I did 10 episodes on that. That was a lot of fun. Also got the Tevron line, which I consider like the Dualtron Plus line, like as good or better than Dualtron. Super high build quality, super powerful. One of the only scooters on the market that has a 60 amp hour battery, the 72 volt, 60 amp hour battery scooter. Phenomenal fucking scooter. You also have the eMove line, the eMove Cruiser V2, and the eMove Roadrunner line. The Roadrunner Pro 2 is coming out soon. Melvin, the owner of the company, has posted pictures of it. It looks pretty fucking amazing. I'm trying to think if there's somewhere else we can go where the sound will be better. We'll figure it out. There's so much ambient noise here. And we're supposed to have rain, but it's not raining, so I figured I'd come outside. What else does Voromotors carry? Voromotors also carries the Altus Sigma, super high-end bike. Also carries the Roar Mantis, super unbelievable bike. I just did a shift on my Roar Mantis the other day. And they carry the E-Ride Pro. It's considered one of the top scooters in the industry. Hope everybody's good. So, I did go back to work yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, what's today? Today's Sunday. I went to work on, I think it was Friday. We finally had a small, was it Friday? It was 2 days ago. We finally got a small window of good weather. I don't think the sound is very good. If the room doesn't fill up, I'm going to cancel this and we'll do it tomorrow. I think if the sound is bad, the algorithm doesn't promote the stream. But anyhow, so I did a shift on the Roar Mantis X. That day, it was predicted not to have any rain, but of course it ended up fucking raining on me. It was crazy. I was halfway through the shift, I was all the way down on Wilshire, and it started fucking raining on me. It was terrible. But I'm really, oh God, all this ambient noise. We're gonna go 5 more minutes if the room doesn't fill up. I'm convinced that YouTube doesn't promote the stream if the sound is bad. And the people in the stream now are just like my regulars who get their notifications, right? But anyhow, it was phenomenal to get back to work. I was really happy to get myself back out there. And looking at the weather forecast, I was possibly not going back to work until Wednesday this week. But now it looks like it's gonna rain up until like tonight at like 1 o'clock, and then we're done. Then the forecast is super clear. I can't wait to go back to work. When I was on the road, I did bump into my friend Jason. It was good to see him. I miss seeing all my friends out there at work. I didn't realize how my entire friend network is just drivers out there. But it just felt amazing to get back to work. All I got was red card orders. For those of you guys who don't know, DoorDash red card orders are when you do shopping orders. So I went to Ralph's, went to, where else did I get shopping orders? I don't know, Sprouts. I don't love shopping orders. I kind of get anxiety looking for products, so I don't know exactly where they are. But they pay pretty good. So because of the rain, I was only out there for like 2.5 hours, but we still did $55. Probably about $15 adjustment from Proposition 22, so maybe about $70 in 2.5 hours, which was really good. I'm really looking forward to going back and just grinding the shit out of this job. It's going to be very exciting to go back. Yeah, I have a bad feeling that because the sound is bad, that YouTube is not sending out notifications. We're going to give it a few more minutes. We don't get at least double digits in the room. I can always shoot this tomorrow. I'll shoot this tomorrow after work. We're starting to get people in here. But yeah, it's phenomenal to go back to work. I saw my buddy Jason out there. It was really good to see my buddy Jason. He told me he had some really busy days. He had some days where he made $300. There was a time doing DoorDash where you could make $300, but the business just got shitty over the years. Not shitty, but not as good. But I'm happy to go out there and make my goal is always to make like $500 a week. If I make $2,000 a month doing DoorDash, that basically pays my rent. You guys know I'm also a personal trainer. I also make a little money through YouTube ads. I make a little money through affiliate sales from Voromotors. So I do make money other than DoorDash. So I only really need to make about $2,000 a month doing DoorDash, and that just pays my rent, a big portion of my nut. And I otherwise live very inexpensively. It was really great to be back out there on the road. My shoulder, while it doesn't feel 100%, it feels pretty good. My shoulder feels pretty good. I got like pretty good range of motion. I just got to be careful. I just can't afford to have another accident. If I have another accident, I'm going to need to find another job. But I've been playing a lot of online poker. I feel like there's a possibility that I could go back to being like a full-time online poker player one of these days. But we'll see, because that's not as easy as it sounds. What's up, Chris Big Boys? How you doing? Chris is asking me what vehicle we'll be using for delivery. Probably for the first whole week, which is going to be this week. I'm going to be on my Roar Mantis X, which is like an e-moped. I got to start putting on the layers. It's cold out here. I'm going to be out there mostly on my dirt bike, my electric. I guess I'm not even sure what they're calling these vehicles. Basically, the first vehicle like this was called the Suron. Everybody knows what that is. Now they got the Talaria, the E-Ride Pro. This company called Roar, R-A-W-R-R, that Voromotors represents. And I really like my Roar Mantis X. I did a shift on it yesterday. I did a shift on it this week. I mean, it's not even like working. It's like super fun. Got cold out here quick. I'm probably going to spend, who is that? Hey, Rich Theory, good to see you, another regular. I'm probably going to, in my first week back to work, all over this hat. My first week back to work, I'm going to use my bikes. I'm going to use my Roar Mantis X. I'm probably even going to use my Roadrunner V3. It's actually, my V2 is my preferred vehicle because I have upgraded brakes on that. Voromotors doesn't sell a V2 anymore. So I'll probably be out there on the V3. I definitely feel though like the bikes are safer than the scooters. And at least as my reintroduction back to work after having 100 days off, I think I want to work mostly on my bikes. I just feel like they're safer. They're actually a little bit easier. There is a disadvantage. What I like about the stand-up scooters is I can put the delivery box on, I got dog hair everywhere, dude, it's crazy. I can put the delivery box on the deck. I don't have to wear it on my back. On the bike that I wear on my back, I don't really have a rack. But the way the Roar Mantis X is set up, what's up, Mike Servage 420, how you doing? Yeah, the new bike is awesome. Did you see it in the video? That video got some views. But I'm going to probably for the first week or so use mostly my bikes. And then when I go back to doing deliveries, I'm going to be on my eMove Cruiser V2 first. I consider that kind of like one of my safer stand-up scooters. It's not as fast as my Beasts, but I will be back out there on the Beast scooters soon enough. Hey, what's up, Mike Sojournick? Or no, not Mike. Mikali Sojournick. How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. But I'm probably gonna, when I go back to work, I'm probably gonna be primarily on my bikes. I just feel like they're safer. They're a little more stable than the stand-up scooters. But we are still the Electric Scooter Academy. I still will be out there primarily on my scooters. But initially, I'm gonna be on my bikes. I just feel like they're safer.
Negotiating was the way you went about it.
Philip BK81 is asking me if I'm homeless. Do I look a little homeless today? Nah, I just like to shoot from the boulevard. I like to come out to Hollywood Boulevard and shoot. What's up, Aubrey Bush? Good to see you. I actually have a really sweet apartment in Hollywood, California. I have a nice fat 2-bedroom apartment that I've been in for a long time. I feel like Hollywood, where I live in Hollywood, is like one of the best parts of Hollywood to live in. I absolutely love it. Oh, you're working, Aubrey? You're working while I'm streaming? It's okay. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. All right, now we got people in the room. I guess they're starting to promote the stream. But yeah, no, I'm not homeless. I might look a little homeless today, look a little shitty. But I have a really, really nice apartment in Hollywood, and I always say, like, the part of Hollywood I live in, only area that's better is if you live in a house. Literally, my next door neighbors, right next door to where I live, is where Bob Barker used to live. He died, rest in peace. Lawrence Fishburne lives around the corner. Kevin Smith lives very close. I live like close to the very high-end homes. I've always thought that was the genius of where I live. I don't live where it's super expensive, although the apartments in my place are expensive. But I live in like a nice neighborhood. I feel like the part of Hollywood that I live in is the best part of Hollywood to live in. If you go any further east, Hollywood's not as nice. If you go further west, you're in West Hollywood, which is very nice. But no, not homeless. On the verge all the time, just trying to make a living. Randall, good to see you. So let's go. Just got the notification. Better late than never. Yeah, I noticed people coming into the room. Good to see you, Randall. Hope you're doing good, Randall Gauss. Never misses a stream. Hope you're doing well. But don't really have much on the agenda to talk about. I did notice that Huga, we got the Huga Daytona. That's another vehicle that Voromotors sells. I haven't even really ridden mine yet because I got it right when I fucking went down, dislocated my shoulder. But they have a bike coming out. Melvin posted on the Roadrunner forum or somewhere he posted, I'm not sure where, pictures of the new Huga bikes that are coming out. So I'm thinking that the future of electric vehicles is going to be very heavily into bikes. I feel like Voromotors is really like one of the only electric scooter dealers left. Mini Motors USA went out of business. Cabo no longer has USA representative, although I did hear through the grapevine, oh no, it's starting to rain, that's okay. I did hear through the grapevine that Voromotors might be going back to work with Cabo, which would be very cool. But I'm looking forward to riding a whole variety of bikes. I know that Voromotors also has the E-Ride Pro. I can't really wait to try that. I've been told by people who ride those bikes that it's very good. Oh, by the way, before I forget, so I've been talking about going back to teaching yoga and doing a group ride. I'm actually going to delay the yoga class, but I'm having a group ride. I'm not sure if I'm doing it this Saturday or Sunday. I will post it. We're going to have a group ride either on the 10th or the 11th. So right now it's only like the 3rd, it's only like what, the 4th? So I still have a week to announce it. Aubrey Bush says, I got to try the GTR Max over the weekend. It was amazing. That's cool. Where did you try the GTR Max? Where did you try that, Aubrey? That's pretty cool. Where do they have those actually where you can try those? That's fucking awesome. What's up, Chexologist? I am back. But, yeah, I feel like the e-bike business is just growing. It's huger and huger. It's a younger demographic. I feel like whenever I'm out there, like I'm one of the older riders on the bikes. I always imagine, like, if I was young, if I was like 15 years old, and you could get like one of these bikes, I mean, this is like the dream scenario. You dreamt about having like a motorcycle when you're 13, 14, 15, 16. Now guys are getting away with it. Who is that? 150E0J2001. I remember you. How you doing? Jerk Cat, how you doing coming into the room? Hey, there's Eddie the Courier, Eddie on Wheels. What's up, buddy? I didn't see you when I went back to work, but I did pull off a shift. It wasn't super busy, but I got 5 red card orders. I didn't get a single restaurant order, but I didn't know that DoorDash started working with Ralph's. The shopping at Ralph's is actually relatively easy. So I got like 5 red card orders, Eddie, when I went back to work. I made like $55 in 2.5 hours, not too bad. And then if you saw the new video, I got rained out. It was fucking crazy. Riding these vehicles in the rain was torture. But I mean, I'm highly motivated. I wanted to make sure I got out there and work, so that really sucked. Chexologist says, thank fucking God I made it through 2025 with no insurance, without a scratch at all. Excuse your swear. You're allowed to swear here, that's okay. Eddie says, my tire got pinched, so I got a flat that day and rained out too. Oh, that sucks, Eddie. You mean on your new bike? What are you gonna do about the flat, Eddie? You gonna bring it somewhere, or are you gonna fix it yourself, or are you just gonna put on a new tire yourself? Those tires should be pretty easy to find. I think those are pretty standard 20-inch fat tire bikes. But you have a good fleet though, right? So RGS Computers 1. I don't recognize that name. How you doing? Says, get out there, Yogi. Fuck it. I hear you. Are you already? Oh, you're gonna be here. Are you gonna be here soon, Eddie? I think Eddie's gonna be here soon. I don't have a microphone for you though. We can still talk to you. Sexologist that had several close calls, but it was an absolute blessing. My defensive drive prevented it all. What's up, Mr. GJan1? How you doing, old school? Good to see you. You're becoming a regular in the stream. RGS Computer says, fix that shit. Don't pay anymore. You got your mic? I don't know if your mic will work on my phone. Maybe I'll borrow it from you and I'll give it back to you next time. But if you can hear me, we don't need a mic. I like to use a mic because there's not as much ambient sound. We got 30 people in the room though, so I was worried that when the sound is bad, I always feel like that YouTube doesn't promote the stream, like in the algorithm if the sound is bad, but I guess it's good enough. There's 30 people is quite a lot for my stream. RGS Computers one says, I'm in sunny Florida, built myself an RV to tow my BB350. What is a BB350? Chris Big Boys, how you doing? Says, I hope Voro starts working with Cabo again and make it much easier to get parts, order parts. Yeah, I mean, Cabo screwed up their relationship somehow with Voro. I mean, I only heard this secondhand from Rick, Anaconda Hugs, one of my regular viewers in here. He's not like a total bullshitter. He's a wild guy, says crazy shit. But if he tells me that, I think he spoke to Melvin, and Melvin told him that they're in talks with going back to work with Cabo. I mean, I get it. I'm sure without Voromotors, they ain't selling shit. But I'd be excited to do that because when I was working for Voro and selling Cabo, I sold a lot of Cabo scooters. But I am excited to try the new Huga bike that's coming out. That looks very fucking cool. Mr. DJ says, glad you're back. I love watching your videos. Oh, you're a 350cc scooter that goes 100 miles an hour. That's pretty cool. I am thinking about adding, there might be some really interesting stuff coming up to the channel in the future months. You know, I've talked about adding a gas-powered vehicle to my fleet. Again, never giving up electric vehicles. That's what the channel's all about. But I think it'd be cool if I could add a gas-powered scooter to the fleet. I'm actually in talks with Wilser, the bar, and he's got a Yuma. I'm not sure what Yuma is, kind of like in between a Ruckus and an ADV speed-wise. But I might actually rent or borrow a gas-powered scooter from Wilser. I actually had lunch with Wilser the other day. Wilser and Isaac, actually. We met up for lunch at Zanku. It's great to see those guys. But I might add a gas-powered vehicle to the fleet. We'll see. We'll see. RGS Computers, you know, Wilser is the man. He is the king. 911S, how you doing? Says, how many times you fell off your scooter? I know you crashed before. I've had probably 8 crashes. 2 of them traumatic. One of them, when I broke my collarbone, which did heal pretty good. And this one, when I dislocated my shoulder, it wasn't even a crash. It was kind of a fluke accident. Dennis says the Yuma isn't bad. It gets great gas mileage. Yeah, Wilser goes hard. Wilser is the king. He's really, even though he's like a lot younger than me, almost 20 years younger than me. He's like 38 years old. I'm 55. I look up to him. This guy's got an incredible work ethic. If he needs to make $10,000, he can go out there and make $10,000 in a month. Very few drivers can do that. But I'm very lucky that Wilson and I have become really good friends. It was great to see him the other day. Him and Isaac. Isaac's been on the channel a bunch. We met for lunch the other day. That was super fun. What's Aubrey saying there? I need to start coming on here with my other scooter account, Electric Ride USA. I recognize that address. I went back to Houston. I'm friends with Scooter Kell, who let me try out. Oh, you tried? Yeah, Scooter Kell. He's a big. I initially saw him on TikTok, but he's become a really big YouTuber as well. Scooter Kell's doing really good. He's got that viral video of him on the freeway with almost 1 million fucking views. That guy is an insane fucking rider for sure. Yeah, Scooter Kell. I've actually talked to him before. We were talking about affiliate sales and stuff like that. I messaged him on TikTok when I saw how good his channel was doing. Yeah, Wilson, not only is he a great driver, but he's a really good guy. He's just super fun to hang out with. And we're going to do some traveling together. I need to get dental work, and I'm going to have him tour me into Mexico. I know you guys think we're going for other stuff, but we're really going for, I need dental work, I need implants. Speaking of dental work, I'm getting a crown installed this week. I already got the build-up done. And I'm bringing my little dog to the vet to get my little dog. He needs to have some extractions and a cleaning. So next Friday, actually some really, really cool stuff coming onto the channel. Next Friday, I'm renting a car through Turo. It's costing me $50 for a day. I'm renting like this little Fiat. And I'm bringing my dog in the morning to get a dental cleaning and to get some teeth extracted. That takes all day. So I'm going to get in this rental car like at 8 o'clock in the morning, dropping the dog off at 9. Then I'm going to do a DoorDash shift in a car. For the first time ever, I'm going to do DoorDash in a car. I think that's going to be really cool for the channel. I think that'll be a really fun experience. I mean, I don't mind driving. I drove my entire life. I still have a valid driver's license. I actually just converted it to a real ID so I can get on a plane if I need to. RGS Computer says Florida is paradise for riding a motorcycle. Wanocha, how you doing, buddy? Yo, how you doing? How do I pronounce that? Wanocha. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Juan, I recognize you as a regular in the stream. It's good to see you, buddy. What do we got going on here? Chexologist says an e-scooter for me is surprisingly safe and easy to ride in the rain when only equipped with the regen brakes and drum brakes, as it does not lock up the wheel to maintain traction. I hear that. RGS Computer says DoorDash in a car, in my opinion, sucks. Yeah, I've always thought that. I would never want to do it full time, DoorDash in a car, especially in Los Angeles. I mean, we have crazy traffic, and anytime you want to park for a restaurant, a lot of these places have really small parking lots. But I think for one day it would be really cool to do a whole day shift in a car. I think it'd be really fun. So, and I'm paying $50 for the car, so if I make some DoorDash money, it'll pay for the car, and then I'm not made of money. This fucking trip to the doggy dentist, though, is going to cost me a fucking grip. It's going to be expensive. The doggy dental cleaning is at least $850. Plus, then they charge for extractions. I think he needs probably 2 or 3 extractions. So I'm looking at a pretty big bill for that. So I need to get my ass to work. Man, it's very exciting looking at the weather forecast. I become obsessed with looking at the forecast. It's one of those things. And I'm really excited to have just sun in the forecast. So I know not everybody who needs to hear this is going to get this now. I'm not going to start my yoga class on the 10th like I initially thought, but I am bringing back my group ride. I'm not sure if we're doing it on the 10th or the 11th. I think I traditionally do my group rides. Let me actually see. I do have my Facebook here. Wanocha said, if I need a smog check for my car, I'll let you know. Well, it's going to be a rental, so I don't think it'll be a problem, but that's your business. You live around here, Wanocha? So, I don't remember. My group rides I usually have on Sunday, right? I can look at my events here. Hang on a second. Past events. It's funny, I'm such a fucking stoner, I can't fucking remember. When I have my events, they're usually, there's the past events, I usually do them they're on Sunday, right? Got my last group ride, it was only 5 days before my accident, Sunday, September 7th. So, probably gonna do it on a Sunday. So most likely, hey, what's up? Almanar Brothers, how you doing? Says, good evening. Is everybody dashing with solid income? Is dashing still solid income? It's pretty good. A lot of drivers complain, but I still pull off of at least 20 an hour before the adjustment, which means I usually do 22 to 25 an hour. It's good. And really one of the main advantages of doing DoorDash for me, it's the money, but it's more the flexibility. Hey, I love that wheelchair, man. That's fucking cool. You guys on a motorized wheelchair. Melvin, the owner of Voromotors, has a personal project where he's making a high-powered wheelchair for handicapped people. This guy just fucking scooted by in a very cool-looking wheelchair. And the guy was an amputee. It was pretty rough, but he was nice. He said thank you. But yeah, so my group ride's probably going to be Sunday the 11th. I'll post it everywhere. I'll advertise it in the next podcast. I'll list it in all the video listings of this week because I will be putting out videos all week. And I'll post it on LAPEV. 2 groups on Facebook you need to join. One's just called Yogi Steve Community, very easy to find. The other one is LAPEV. It's LA space PEV, just the letters. That's where I post my group rides. That's where most of the guys that come to my group ride learn about it. I have some people on my personal private list. If you're out there, if you do come to the group ride and you want to be on my text list, let me know. I have a very short text list of people that I share my phone number with. I try not to give my phone number out to too many people. Chexologist says, I also love a flexible schedule. My job allows 30 hours a week. I have to work to get full-time benefits. Yeah, 30 hours is not too bad. If they consider that full-time, that's a pretty good deal, Chax. Yeah, I'm excited to have another group ride. It's crazy how it was literally 5 days before my accident. Jesus Christ, why? 5 days before my accident is when I had my last group ride. That's cool, Wanocha. I'm glad you're there for a smog check. I'm actually not going to get a car. Do you need to smog check mopeds? Do they smog check Honda Ruckuses, ADVs? Do they smog check scooters? That I don't really know. But I'm very lucky. Even before I buy myself a scooter and make that big jump, I'll be able to borrow/rent a scooter from Wilson. He's got that Yuma, which he says is the perfect in-between vehicle. In between meaning the Ruckus is okay. The Ruckus is a little slow, It's not really good going up hills. The Yuma is like one step above that, and I guess another step above that is the ADV. So I'm not exactly 100% sure what I'm doing, but I'm excited about adding a gas-powered vehicle to my fleet. RGS Computer says they do not smog check, I guess, gas-powered scooters. Wanocha, who seems like he's an expert, says they don't. So that's good. Kind of makes sense. They're small motors, right? But yeah, I'm glad that I don't have to smog check that stuff. I know you have to insure it and register it though. But I feel like if I want to put in like a really long day, like if I want to work like an 8-hour shift, I can't really do that on my stand-up scooters. I run out of battery. But on gas-powered scooter, you know, you're out there. If you need more gas, you can just fill it up. And apparently you get above 100 miles a gallon. I mean, that's why the killers like Wilser and the drivers that make the most money. That was called. It's a Yamaha Zuma. Thank you very much, RGS Computers. It's a Yamaha Zuma. Okay. Apparently you get like 100 miles a gallon on these vehicles. All the killers, all the people that make, you know, at least $1,000 a week doing DoorDash, most of them do it on a two-wheel vehicle, two-wheel gas-powered vehicle. I mean, I have a very good niche with my electric scooters because I get like either discount or free maintenance, and most of my vehicles I've never really paid for because of my relationship with Voromotors, so that's a really good deal. Very, very excited, by the way, about the Roadrunner Pro 2 that's coming out. They're coming out with the 72 volt, 60 amp hour Pro. That's a big battery. The thing for me, it's not so much the speed. Although 72 volts is going to be fucking insane. The 60 amp hours means I'll be able to put in like a really long shift. So maybe I won't get a gas-powered scooter if the Roadrunner Pro 2 really works out. I'm very, very excited about that. Is the Yuma 125cc or 50cc? I don't know. Wanocha says, what do you think about the Rizzler e-bike? I don't know, I'll look it up. I've never heard of that. Rizzler e-bike? I'll look it up right now. Rizzler. I like that name though. There it is. Rizzler, it came up right away, so it must be a known brand. Rizzler e-bike. Like $2,000 from Electro and Company.
Jesus Christ. God has made a way for you to be saved from sin.
Oh, is that Sir Roster's bike?
Jesus Christ, the Son of God, took our sin upon himself.
Is that Sir Roster's bike? Because it looks like he's selling it. I don't know, but it looks like it's like a very good bike. Like dollar-wise, it's a very good deal. $2,000. It's nice. It looks nice. It's similar to the Roadrunner Pro, but different. Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like Sir Roster was advertising this. You know, he sold a lot of them. Dennis says 30 miles per hour is usually fast enough for a scooter. That is true. How much does he want? Oh, you mean for me to rent the bike from Wilster? He'll give me a great deal. He'll charge me like $100 a week or something like that. He'll give me a really good deal. He'll give me a friend deal. It was great to see Wilster the other day, though. I've been like super isolated recently, so it's great to have like a whole fucking lunch with Wilser and Isaac. We went to Zanku, got some fucking chicken plates at the best Mediterranean place in town. People call it Mediterranean. I always thought that was Middle Eastern. I don't know, is that the same or is that different? Oh, what's that? There's a lot of guys out here on e-bikes, man. E-bikes are popular. I mean, I do see some scooters, but I can go like weeks and months without seeing like a Dualtron or an InMotion or anything big like that. Jaxologist says 30 miles per hour is absurd speed for a scooter under 60 pounds. I hear that. It is thrilling. Yeah, I don't ride for the thrill. I have like a high tolerance. I don't really get like excited. Yeah, but that Rizzler looks pretty cool. It looks like it's kind of like a budget version of like these types of bikes. It looks pretty cool. There's so many bikes on the market though. Oh no, why isn't my fucking iPad working? Those adventure rides Wilser does are dope. Yeah, well, we've been talking about that. That's one thing I'm talking to Wilser about. Like, not only do I want to get like a bike just to for deliveries, but then I could like do some of these fun trips with Wilser. Like it's like I don't know. For me, it's like I'm not very spontaneous. I don't like to leave the house. I'd like to actually figure out a way to bring my dog with me though. If I do want to like go for a long ride. It's 4:35. If I do want to do something fun, I think it'd be really cool to do one of those adventure rides with Wilser. He does those like cannonball runs that are like, I don't know even how many miles, but they're very far. RGS Computer says I have a 30 mile per hour, 30 pound scooter. That's pretty fast for a light scooter for sure. Yeah, that's right, Wilson. But yeah, I mean, Wilson is like a guy who does something. He's going to Southeast Asia the middle of January. And I think when he comes back, maybe in February, we're going to plan a trip to Mexico so I can get my fucking dental work done. I need implants. They're just way too expensive to get done here. They're like $5,000-6,000 a piece here. They're like $1,500 in Mexico. And I hear the quality of the work is really fucking good. But yeah, I really like, Wilson is a good role model as far as not only just making money on DoorDash, but like doing stuff. Like I'm like too much of a hermit, too much of a homebody. Especially now that online poker is back in my life. Like what did I do today? Today I got up early, like 9 o'clock, walked the dogs before the rain came in. And I had two private clients, one at 10 o'clock, one at 11. I trained 2 people, Dulcinea and Sensei Moyer. And then I spent the whole afternoon playing poker. I spent like 5 hours playing internet poker. And that, internet poker is great. I like making the money, but it's not social. It's totally isolating. I do actually want to start a home poker game. I'll put that on my Yogi Steve community. I'm going to start making an interest list for a home poker game. Back in the day when the poker boom was first hitting, this is like 20 years ago, I used to have regular poker games at my house. It was really fun. I really miss doing it. I really feel like, you guys know my girlfriend dumped me. I talked about it a little bit in every episode. I'm definitely getting over it. But when you're in a relationship, you kind of lose yourself. I feel like the last couple of years, I kind of lost myself and didn't really follow, I have a girlfriend, I put all my energy into the girl. And now that like I'm single again, I want to start working on stuff that's like that I can do like without a woman, and that I can do on my own to build my community, to build my friend network. So that includes doing a group ride probably once a week. But also I want to start a poker game. I really miss having home poker games. And now that I'm fully back to playing internet poker, I want to start a home game. I've been fantasizing. I don't know if I want to call it fantasizing, but I've been like ideating, whatever the word is. I've been thinking a lot about the future. And I've been watching a lot of videos on Mexico, specifically on Tijuana, because that's where I'm going for dental work. But I feel like, the problem is with these implants, they take multiple days. Like you don't just go into the dentist for one day and get the implant. It takes multiple days. So I'm thinking about going to Mexico and getting like an Airbnb for like 3 to 7 days. And I thought I could simulate, my ideal retirement would be to move somewhere like Mexico where the weather's great, where shit is cheap, where I could get a Mexican girlfriend. Hard to get an American girlfriend if you're not rich. I don't really want to think that's true, because I've always had girlfriends my whole life, but whenever I'm single, it always feels like it's hard to get the next girl, but eventually I always do. But in Mexico, I can meet like, a nice 30-year-old girl maybe. Not like a working girl, like a regular girl. But anyhow, my dream would be to move to Mexico and play internet poker for a living. If I can make $3,000 a month playing internet poker, which is doable. I've been making $1,000 a month with a zero bankroll. I literally put $100 into my account September 15th. I built it up to over $3,000 in the past three months. But if I can move to Mexico and just do like work at home, do internet work, which would be working, doing poker, that would be like an unbelievable, amazing, ideal retirement situation. But I thought it'd be really cool. I could also make some really cool videos of me going to Mexico, getting an Airbnb for 3 days, and just playing poker all day and then enjoying the nightlife. But and somebody was telling me, like I have a friend in the neighborhood, he actually works in the smoke shop, this place where I go to get my kratom from, which I try to only do 2-3 days a week. He was telling me that, like if you're like a regular American guy, that it's pretty easy to meet like a Mexican girl. Like Mexican girls like American guys. So he says like, forget about the brothels and stuff like that. You can go there and like meet a girl. So that's kind of exciting. Delmar Barry, how you doing? Says, when are you going to get a new girlfriend? I don't know. I've been on the only dating site. I use Facebook dating for dating. I should probably get on the other sites, but it's not really my focus right now. It's like I'm the type of guy that can go long periods of time without a girlfriend. Like before this last girlfriend, I was single for 2 years. My actual history is, before this last girlfriend, which lasted 2 years, I was 2 years single. And then 5 years before that, I had like a friends with benefits situation. It was kind of like my girlfriend, kind of not. That really worked great for me. But now that girl, I'm sure doesn't want to talk to me anymore. But anyhow, yeah. So I don't know when I'm gonna have an ex-girlfriend. I mean, after a bad breakup like this, I'm still like heartbroken. I'm not so quick to jump into something new. And I've always been pretty happy by myself. I've always been pretty comfortable being single. It's always harder after a breakup, though, I'll tell you that. But I like being single, I like the freedom. I like going to work and coming home and, like being on my own. My last relationship, every night after work, I could go to my girlfriend's place. And so, yeah, I don't mind being single. So my next girlfriend, who knows? Wanocha says this is true. Yeah, a lot of people that follow my stream are like very similar to me, like guys who are single guys, I don't want to call us nerds, but I feel like, when you're single, you're a nerd no matter what. If you're a guy, you don't have a girlfriend, but I'm kind of getting over that, and I can meet girls. I can meet girls while I'm working. I can meet girls. I can meet girls online dating. I mean, I did really good on Facebook dating. Let's look at my Facebook right now. I've actually got a couple girls on the hook that I've been talking to. I don't think any of these girls are going to write me back anytime soon. It's really hard to get these girls to write you back. Nobody wrote me back on Facebook yet, but I'm definitely in the market for a dating. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm not in a rush to get back in a relationship. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not really in a rush. I'm not ready to have my fucking heart broken again. But it is what it is. Life only moves forward. And my priorities right now are figuring out a lifestyle that'll enable me to save money. I had to do a GoFundMe. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to Melvin, the owner of Voromotors. He dropped $1,000 on me on day one. It was incredible. And I got some pretty good money through my GoFundMe, and it's embarrassing to have to do that. And it's not the first time I did it. I had to do it when I broke my collarbone. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So now that this happened twice, I realized I need to cultivate a lifestyle where I'm saving money. So, I told myself a myth. I call it a myth for a long time that it's impossible to save money because I can save money and then something comes up and I have to spend it. But that's bullshit. Because when I was not working, what happened is I stopped eating out. And really my only leak when it comes to money is even though I'm a poker player, I'm not like a degenerate gambler. I don't gamble on any games. I don't bet sports. I don't play fantasy sports or bet on sports. I don't play blackjack, craps, roulette. I don't play casino games. I don't play any of what they call California games. Used to be called Asian games. Oh, check this out. What's this guy on right here? What is that? There's so many scooters on the market. What is that? You're crazy to be out here though in the wet with the wet ground on a stand-up scooter. I mean, they're already not that stable in the first place. But anyhow, so basically, girlfriend is important, but more important is that I save up money. I want to I probably have a good 10 or 15 years left where I can physically work, right? So I want to start saving money. So instead of focusing on a girlfriend so much, I need to focus on working, saving money, living frugally. Because all I got to do is save up $50,000, maybe $100,000, and I can move to Mexico for 20 years when I retire. Hey, Happy New Year to you, Puerto Rican Hammer, 6987, good to see you. What's up, Joey Rubio, 14? All the Latinos in the house, good to see you, buddy. Texologist says wet ground is something, but doing it in the snow, slush, and black ice is a whole new level. When I think about black ice, I think about how Cliff Burton died. You know who Cliff Burton is? The bassist for Metallica, the very old story. They were on the bus, they were traveling from tour to show to show. This is when Metallica took buses, and the bus crashed. The bus driver said they hit a patch of black ice. And James Hetfield was like, what black ice? What are you talking about? Because black ice is invisible ice, I guess? I don't know. But I kind of know what black ice is. It's super dangerous. MacGyver, 1972. Hey, how you doing, man? Says, hey, brother, Happy New Year. God bless. Good to see you back at it. Just started my journey on DoorDash. Got a Walk H7 dual motor, 60 amp hour. What is that? I'm going to look that up. Walkie H7. Look that up. Is that a scooter? So many fucking vehicles out there. Walkie H7. What is that? Oh, it's a bike. Very cool, like a step-through bike. Yeah, I actually feel like money was an issue. If I didn't have $1 to my name, I would probably buy a pedal electric bike, kind of like what Eddie the Courier has. He's the master of these bikes. These bikes, they barely ever break down. Maintenance is really easy. They cost $1,000 or less. But I always felt look at all the bubbles. You can't see it. Little kid's got a little bubble blower. But I always felt like you could maybe it'd be a cool video, drop me off in the middle of nowhere with a DoorDash account and a pedal electric bike, and I could probably make a living. I could probably support myself. Eddie's the king of that. Eddie the Courier does really good on these pedal electric bikes. But they're less maintenance, they're cheaper, they're easier to repair, and your startup costs are lower. Delmar Barry says, what about a car to dash expand your zone? It's funny that you say that. You probably missed it. I'm actually renting a car on Friday because I'm bringing my dog into the vet for dental work, which requires me dropping him off in the morning, picking him up at the end of the day. So for $50, I got a car reserved on Turo. And I'm going to actually spend the day doing DoorDash in a car. I don't actually think that DoorDash, you say to do it to expand your zone, but there's not much value in expanding your zone in a car because one, you have to pay for gas. Two, you have like wear and tear on the car. So I feel like, and you're sitting in traffic all day, and parking's impossible. I really wouldn't want to do DoorDash in a car. Like I drove my entire life, but I'm not really I don't really love driving. So I have no interest in becoming like a full-time car driver. Eddie on Wheels says, true that, yeah. You're better, like the DoorDash killers work on two-wheel vehicles, whether it's a pedal electric bike, even a regular bike. I saw there's a girl in New York City, she does deliveries on a fixie, which is incredible. He used to be, Wilster, believe it or not, he actually used to do deliveries on a regular bike. But I have no interest in doing deliveries in a car. I feel like you're just sitting in traffic all day, you gotta pay for gas, every mile out there is wear and tear on the car. But I think it's gonna be pretty cool to rent this car for the day this Friday, and I'm gonna work all day. I'm gonna do a whole shift in a car. So hopefully I'll make a couple videos doing that. That should be really fun. So we'll see it'll be fun like doing it like temporarily. But I'd much rather work on an e-bike or an electric scooter doing deliveries. Really, like if I had a family and making money was really important, like if I had kids and a wife and shit, I would work on a gas-powered scooter. Like that's where the money is made. You're not gonna make $10,000 a month in a car. MacGyver says, would never dash in a car, insurance, registration, tickets, risk of accidents, repairs, and gas. I hear that. Danny Miller, how you doing? HK2U0. I see people on YouTube do DoorDash deliveries on a Honda Grom. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. My buddy Isaac, he didn't buy one. My buddy Isaac was in the market for a new vehicle. He ended up getting like this, I don't know, a Vino, I think it's called. He got like a vehicle for like $1,000. But yeah, Honda Grom is also a very viable vehicle to do deliveries on. I mean, they're small, they're inexpensive, they're easy to repair. And I would do it on a Grom. I would consider a Grom. Like I said, first I'm probably gonna borrow or rent from Wilser, at least for like 1 week, 1 to 4 weeks. He's got a Yamaha Zuma, is that what it's called? Or a Yumi? And I think it's a Zuma, right? And I'm gonna work on that, I'm gonna try that. I do have a garage space in my building so I can park it there. But yeah, gas powered is the way to go if you want to get rich. If you want to really make a lot of money. For me, it's like, I don't like to deal with the registration, the insurance, all that shit, but I might add it to my fleet, we'll see. Right now, I really had a good time working on my Voromotors X. That was like, that thing is luxurious as fuck. MacGyver says, yes, I was telling my wife that a 150cc bike is next to do deliveries. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm good, Danny Miller. I'm good. I'm back to work. I went back to work this week after 100 days off, 3.5 months. It was a terrible time. I really appreciate the support from the community watching the podcast. And I'm going to be posting videos again like crazy. But back in the day, I used to post videos 5, 6, 7 days a week even. We're going back to that, guys. I'm definitely going back to like full fucking time work. Full time for work just means I'm going to work every day. I'm not really working 8-hour shifts. But I'm going back to work and I can't wait to start doing deliveries again on these vehicles. But I love working on my sit down. I love working on my fucking Voromotors X. It's just like luxurious. I still do like working on stand-up scooters. The advantage of the stand-up scooters are, like one, you can run lights out there and you're not going to get pulled over. On a bike, it will attract too much attention. But they're also like, the bike you always have to lock up outside. The scooter I can bring into some restaurants, I can bring into most buildings. But I'm excited to get myself back out there this week. I'm working tomorrow. It's funny, they had a forecast for rain until tomorrow, but what they really meant was that tonight it's going to rain at like 1 in the morning, which is tomorrow, right? But it's not going to rain tomorrow. The forecast for tomorrow is clear. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I have my student Evan from 9 to 10 a.m. I train him every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then at 10:30 a.m. I have a shift schedule. But the difficulty with not working for the past 100 days is I lost my platinum status. So I had to schedule all my fucking deliveries, which is not bad. If you do it in advance, you can schedule anything you want. But I'm scheduled to work every day this week. Chexologist says, MacGyver 1972 says, I love when you point out the zombies. Your wife always busts up laughing. We're going to be seeing those out there. I'm glad you're happy seeing me out there, Danny Miller. Nobody's happier than me. Delmar Barry's asking me if I get back on Uber Eats. I don't know. I try. I don't think so. Oh, what kind of scooter is that? Oh, that's nice. I'm seeing a lot of stand-up scooters out here today. I wonder if the market has changed a lot in the last 100 days. It was interesting, when I went back to work, one thing that changed was the first orders that I got were red card orders. Red card orders is when you go shopping for Ralph's. That's new. That's pretty amazing that DoorDash is now working with Ralph's. I think DoorDash is going for that Instacart money is what's happening. All right, it's getting cold. Let me start layering up. You know it's California winter when you see me start busting out the flannels. These are like really warm. I'll be, you know, when the weather hits this time of year, I'm wearing these every day. Chexologist says, yeah, scooters are actually taking the ergonomic approach like curved handlebars and turn signals, make them more attractive and comfy. Yeah, for sure. Danny Miller says it's cold here in Florida. Really? You know, I lived in Florida for like a year. We used to visit, my family and I used to visit Florida multiple times a year growing up. Then I lived in Florida for a year. MacGyver 1972 says, do you think Amazon will start letting us do deliveries anytime soon? That's interesting. I don't think so, because I think they have their own fleet. You're asking me if DoorDash will start letting us do Amazon drop-offs. I mean, that actually, I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like Amazon probably wants to keep all that shit in-house. Danny Miller says, I used to live in Montana a long time ago. That's cold weather, right? That's legitimately cold. Where I went to school upstate New York. I went to Ithaca College. That was cold. That's what inspired me to move to California, to be honest with you. After living in going to school upstate New York, man, those winters were so bad. I told myself, man, when I graduate college, I'm moving somewhere warm. So within a year of college graduation, I moved to California, and I never looked back. Which is not actually true, because I moved out here for a year and a half to play poker for a living, went broke, had to go back home, work for the family business for a year, save up more money, and then I came back, and I've been back ever since 1994. But yeah, I would never want to live like in a cold climate area. Like, I love California. I mean, it's not even really that warm right now, but this is winter. Winter in California just means that you'll get below 70, and it can rain. That's really it. But yeah, I don't want to live like in Montana. I don't want to live in New York. You also live in Georgia. You also live in North Carolina. I've actually been to North and South Carolina when I was a martial arts instructor. I went to quite a few tournaments in North, and I went to Greensboro and Charlotte. The cool thing about North Carolina was, I think it was South Carolina, you could get fireworks. That was like a big deal when we were like kids. I mean, like mid-20s kids. Whoa, shit. Whenever we would do these tournaments, what's going on here? Cool. I feel like I almost want to go record this because, hang on a second. I want to record this because I'm trying to make shorts for my YouTube channel. They're gone. I've been trying to like follow Wilser's lead. Wilser's like just an absolute expert on these shorts. He makes a lot of money doing it. Oh, you're 90 miles from Ithaca, Randall? It's 70 degrees out right now. Fuck that. That's cold. 17 is cold. I talk to my brother almost 5 days a week at least. He's in there in Jersey. I tell him, oh, it's cold right now. He's like, how? He's like, what's the weather? And I'm like, oh, it's 59. He's like, it's 30 degrees here. Yeah, that's true cold weather. Here, I think when you live here for a long time, they say your blood gets like thin. And I get like, I get cold really easy. God, the skies are so dark. I think I should start heading home soon so we're not walking home in the dark. Let's start the walk home. Chexologist says 59 degrees is absolutely nothing here. Yeah, I believe it. I'm gonna start packing this up so we can walk home, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna walk us home. I'll take you with me to the last minute. Oftentimes we go to Target and shit like that, but I don't really need anything today. But yeah, Ithaca was interesting. Going to college in like an area where it was cold like that, I mean, shit. That shit fucking sucks. It's interesting. So this is a, there's a boba place here that I guess is famous. Can anybody tell me about this place? It's called Mixue, M-I-X-U-E. There was a line for this place.
Really?
Unbelievable line for this place recently. Now it's not as busy.
Sugar in it, and she thinks it's no sugar added. Come on.
No sugar added? That's crazy.
They love sugar. They just love sugar added.
Listen to this guy. This guy's doing a Trump impersonation.
How much do you think this drink costs?
We have a streamer here. We have a streamer.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I think this is
Good to meet you.
So we're kind of someone who's also in the social media industry, right? Social media industry.
Are you doing a Trump impersonation? Am I crazy? You sound like him.
I'm just doing a Trump person.
Tell me about this place. I saw they were really lining up for this.
This is a brand.
There was a line here, unbelievable, for weeks.
Okay, they just opened. I think this is their first smoke. They're very popular in China.
Oh shit.
Nobody does mobile like Chinese people. Hey, what's up, Chad? What's up? What do we have here?
I got a small. What is it?
We got a beautiful people, a beautiful crowd, incredible crowd here. How you doing, guys?
Dude, you're amazing, dude. You're awesome. Big fan.
Follow me.
What's your social media?
Chinese Trump.
Chinese Trump, easy. All right, I'll look
Chinese
for it.
Trump.
All right, you guys.
Instagram.
Chinese Trump, number one.
What's your name?
Mine's Electric Scooter Academy.
Let's give a shout out to this gentleman and let's follow him.
Electric Scooter Academy. I drive electric scooters and electric bikes for a living.
You should go to China. You can buy electric scooters.
That's where they make them,
First
right?
class. Yeah.
All right, Chinese Trump, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, guys, good luck today. Holy shit, guys, did you see that? Chinese Trump. We've got to look him up. That was the craziest thing ever. I felt like I didn't know what to say to him. Don't let him call you fake news. That shit was awesome. He was funny as fuck. At first I just thought he sort of sounded like Trump, but his social media is Chinese Trump. We got to look that up. That was fucking hysterical. Oh my God. He sounded exactly like him too. You know what? I feel like I should go back and shoot a short with him. Oh shit, there's Eddie.
Typically proven today's better in our stores.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
So you got a flat, huh?
Yeah, I got a flat yesterday.
Where were you when it happened?
This park over here.
Okay. Where were you when it
I
happened?
was over on. What was I? Oh, okay. So I had gotten an order in the hill, and then it was from Bristol Farm. And next thing you know, I'm going up the hill, and then I feel like you know how when you can feel it.
You know when you got a flat, you can.
And I'm just
it
like,
doesn't ride
no.
normally. That's crazy.
I'm just like, nah. And I'm like, you know what? Let's see if we can.
We don't need to mic me up, so I'm on my way home actually at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
done.
follow you if
You want
anything.
to walk with me?
Yeah, I'll walk with you. That way we can just
Going up
communicate.
here. Yeah, we can bullshit a little bit.
Yeah, let's.
I just met Chinese Trump.
Yeah, I was listening to that. I was
Dude,
like,
that was amazing.
Bro.
I didn't see you were there. That guy was amazing. I should have made a short with him. Dude, you know, Wilson made $3,000 last month on his fucking shorts.
Just put this on your phone.
We got to learn how to do it.
No, yeah, you gotta get Wilson.
Oh, this is the wrong port. I mean, it's not important. We're done. I'm about to turn it off anyhow, so let's walk home. Start to walk home with me.
Because if you turn around, I can't hear anything.
Oh, it's okay. Let's go. I'm gonna stand next. I'm done anyhow. I'm gonna stop streaming. Alrighty, guys. Say goodbye to Eddie of the Curve. Maybe I'll get like a photo here for us here. Eddie, smile, smile. Perfect. Alrighty, guys. We're signing off. I appreciate it. That was fun. I'll see you next time.